what's up? I am Michelle B. This is Channel Notes, a channel dedicated to helping you do YouTube authentically. And when I first started YouTube, in my mind, there were like 3 to 4 niches that I could fit in. Number 1, fashion. Number 2, beauty. Number 3, vlogger. That was the little bubble that I had exposure to that I recognized as the fields of YouTube. And then I realized that on the side, you know, there was Philip DeFranco and John Green, who I was a big fan of at the time. I think that a lot of people forget the huge range of YouTube channels and like the huge amount of opportunity there is to create a new channel. A lot of people feel like they need to slot into one of those big categories because that's what the people that they follow fit into. So in this video, I thought that it would be kind of interesting to introduce you to a few people who fit into different categories or different niches to get you inspired and hopefully broaden your horizon when you're thinking about creating a YouTube channel. Number 1, study with Inspir. This channel is totally dedicated to studying and bullet journaling. A super specific focus and a really strong target audience. I have no idea how long study YouTubes have been a thing, but for me, they're new. I know that Tumblr has a huge study spo sort of community, so it feels like it's been taken over from Tumblr and put onto YouTube because there's already an audience out there that wants to see more study related content. So something for you to think about, what is something that is on other platforms that you can bring over to YouTube and start making videos about? For example, I saw a lot of blog posts on how to do YouTube. I didn't see that many YouTube channels on how to do YouTube, especially from a female perspective. So I've kind of applied that advice for myself. And another thing to think about, what is something that is kind of trending, like bullet journaling, that you can take it and make a whole YouTube channel about. You've got to be careful with that kind of thing. Like, it has to be a lasting trend that you think will actually go the distance. The second channel is called Wedding Film School. It's a channel all about filming techniques specific to wedding videographers. This channel targets such a specific bunch of people that you know that every video is going to be relevant and useful to them and they're going to want to watch it because any video that they make will be relevant to any wedding videographer. So something to think about, how can you take a niche that already exists that might be quite common and how can you make that niche a little bit more specific? Videos about filming techniques, videos about filming techniques specifically for YouTubers, videos about fashion, videos about ethical fashion. Targets 2 whole different groups of people, one way more specific than the other. The next channel is called The Financial Diet. It's a channel dedicated to giving money advice. I would say their target audience is women in their 20s. To me, I was like, I couldn't believe that there was an entire channel dedicated to this topic. I've made a few videos on my main channel dedicated to money and minimalism. There is a whole channel dedicated to managing your money. Even though that shouldn't be so strange since there are entire blogs dedicated to managing your money. So have a think, what is something that maybe you've made 1 or 2 videos about that you could actually dedicate your whole channel to? I'm not saying that I'm going to go ahead and dedicate my whole channel, Michelle B, to money, but when you're getting started, that's definitely something that you could take into consideration. And the last channel is Gabriel Marie. This is a whole channel dedicated to giving you editing tips and tricks for YouTube videos. Editing tutorials that aren't just for anyone, they're most likely for people with a younger YouTube audience that want bright, bubbly, fun video content. So these are some interesting channels that have pretty specific categories that they fit into. So I really just want to throw those channels out there and get you thinking, mainly because it's something that when I started YouTube, I just didn't even contemplate the idea of having a YouTube channel that wasn't in the main categories that I was aware of and wasn't doing the same thing that other YouTubers I saw did. As a YouTuber, it's going to be better for you in the long run if you have an audience that is a bit more specific, a bit more targeted. And also you can absolutely do well with a really broad niche and just making videos about absolutely everything. There are tons of examples of it. It's a whole bunch easier to have a smaller niche, a smaller category of videos that you make and target a smaller target group. You'll grow a lot quicker that way. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button for YouTube tips weekly about doing YouTube authentically. I appreciate you guys so very much and I will see you soon.